Kennywood is currently preparing for Phantom Fall Fest 2024. The Penny Arcade and the Raging Rapids have since closed for preparation for the event. We all know that this year, the Jeter's Pub has taken the place of the Kennyville Arcade. They usually put the arcade games in there for Fall Fest, but this year they can't because they have Jeter's Pub. So where do the arcade games go? Well, Kennywood, you're not so sneaky because I discovered this. It's about time they use the 4D theater for something for the public, which I'd hope it's for the public, not some employee game area. But let's just assume that this is for the public. Now this is very cool. They have the one section of the 4D theater full of arcade games. Most likely the theater room itself will not be used, nor the area on the other side. It'll just be this one little area. But it's still cool that they're using this area after leaving it closed for almost 5 years to the public. So is there any hope that the 4D theater will ever return in its normal form playing movies? It is very likely. At the same time, unlikely. The building was last opened for 2019 holiday lights, then it closed due to the pandemic in 2020, and ever since then, it's been a team members area where they can cool off and have their breaks or whatever they do in there. But what's the condition of the building currently like? Well, I can tell you I've seen very recent photos of the inside, and the 4D theater itself is still there on the inside. They have not taken it out, they haven't gutted it, they didn't do nothing with it. It's the exact same. Which also makes me question, why didn't they open it up sooner or do anything with it? Because the pandemic kind of died down around 2022, and that's when I returned to the park. Anywho, the building was just left abandoned. Nothing really changed on the outside ever since it closed, except for the movie posters that used to be showing, now playing, Ice Age. What else was there? There was the Lego movie. They had all that out front. Now it shows the events of the park. So they'd have stuff like now playing Fall Fantasy, now playing Phantom Fall Fest, now playing Holiday Lights, now playing, I think you get the gist. Point being is it still looks like a theater. There's nothing really different about it. It's just, it's closed. It's in such a populated area, now Area 412, and you would think there'd be something there. And I haven't got into my 5-year plan for Kennywood video yet. I've had that in the works for over a year, but one of my plans was to make the 4D theater into an arcade. Make it an alien-themed arcade, and all neon and all crazy colors. That would be such a cool idea. Now, this is temporary for now, but if they could do something like that permanently, that would be really cool. And the only reason why they're storing it in the 4D theater right now is because where else do they have to store it? They don't have anywhere else to store all those arcade games. Steelers Experience Building is full of the Malice in Wonderland for Fall Fest. The Penny Arcade is for the Villa of the Vampire. Jeter's Pub takes the place of the old arcade, so they really don't have any other options other than the 4D theater. It's a building that has not been open to the public in over almost 5 years, so that's a good idea to use it and make it worth the space. Because at this point, they're just wasting space. It would be really nice if they could get the 4D theater back to how it once was playing movies, but they also have to adjust to the new area, Area 412. Why not have a permanent arcade there? Now, it won't be so permanent because the arcade games will be going back to the Penny Arcade, but if they ever wanted to do something else with that Penny Arcade building, move the arcade games up to the 4D theater, then they could gut the building and turn it into an arcade. The one other question is, would it be profitable? Would there be a reason to move the Penny Arcade to the 4D theater and do all this? Because people don't really play games these days, especially arcade games, which is very sad. It's definitely not as popular as it used to be in the 80s and all the games around Kennywood. And mostly, I think that has to do with the cashless system at Kennywood now. A lot of people used to pay cash when they play the games and all that. Well, now it's all cashless, so the people who only have cash, they don't spend their money because they can't. Kennywood, they have those kiosks so you can get those little credit cards or whatever they are. But games in general have been significantly decreasing throughout the years. I don't really ever see people playing games on the Midway ever, like those the basketball game near Music Express. I rarely see anybody playing that. Same with the Penny Arcade. I see people walking around, they're looking around just to see what there is, but they don't actually play nothing. So the idea of having a permanent arcade in the 4D theater, it could be cool. It would look cool, it would fit the area. Definitely better than having that boring theater that's not even open to the public. But there are also risks that can be taken when doing that. Now, my personal opinion is they should make a permanent arcade in the 4D theater. But is it likely? No, so don't get your hopes up. But, at least for now, we might have a temporary arcade in the 4D theater if this is for the public. Anyway, what do you guys think about this? Do you think there's going to be an arcade here? Well, obviously there's an arcade set up, but is it for us? Is it for all of you guys to enjoy? Let me know in the comments down below what you think. And remember to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more content like this. I post tons of other Kennywood content just like this that you will not want to miss. Trust me, you will not regret it. Also, go join my Discord server, and in that server, you can connect with other Kennywood fans and a lot of Kennywood fans for you to talk with. So why not join that? I'm sure you'll like it. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and remember, let's ride.